Glacier boys are back.
Glacier
What's up,
boys.
Glacier boys. Yeah. Why do I bring up Glacier boys? Chris, why do I bring up Glacier boys?
Because we're going on another trip.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
I'm stoked.
Yeah. We're doing it again. We're taking a little trip, going on a little bro trip, gonna get a little reset going on just like we did last time, but we're going to take our lessons learned. See what I did there?
Oh, we did the thing.
Organically
Did the thing.
incorporated it
Whoa.
into the thing.
I'm
And,
thoroughly impressed.
We're gonna not make some of the mistakes we made in our last trip. So, Chris, let's talk about it.
Correct. Yeah. So we were sitting around, right? Actually, well, I was sitting around, and I'm back in Nebraska, and I've been, deployed. Then I was on leave twice, back, and then I leave again. Whatever. I've been going nonstop, and I finally sat in my place for a week in Omaha, Nebraska.
You're already ready
And I
to
was
leave
like-
again.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Can't do it. Let's plan something. I need something to look forward to. So I texted the boys here, and I said, hey, guys, we do another camp trip or what? And immediate responses were,
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
exactly.
Let's go.
No hesitation. So it's nice. That's, that Glacier trip was the best reset
Dude,
for my life ever.
I want to go back
Yeah.
like so many times.
Yeah. It was just like it cleared your head. And so today we're going to be talking about, we've mentioned before why it's important. So today we're just going to be talking about where we're going to go this time and lessons we've learned. And so when you plan your next trip, learn from us. Make sure you have a place to stay the first night wherever you go.
And that is definitely lesson
Yep.
number one.
Lesson
First
number
night,
one.
have a place to stay.
Oh man, that was
circle.
very stressful.
Shall we reiterate the story real quick, like brief version?
Yeah, go.
How many
Go for
hours
it.
did we spend?
Yeah, well, we were on the road for like 20-something hours, and then we get to Montana, and there's nowhere to stay. Like, not even, like, we were planning on camping the whole time. We couldn't even get a hotel room. And then,
Well,
luckily,
there aren't even hotels, motels.
Yeah. Luckily, we had a really cool bartender at the lodge at Glacier, and we were able to. He kind of gave us a little in on a secret campsite that we were able to get the last spot that luckily somebody didn't show up for.
Literally, it was a no-show.
And we were able to stay there the first night, so it worked out. But I think if we did it differently, definitely first night we would have had set in stone a place to stay.
We almost had to stay at the Circle.
We almost had to stay at the Circle.
That
I wish we had
friggin'
a
circle,
picture of the
dude.
Circle. We gotta see if we can
Yeah.
find that on Google.
It's just like this little turnaround area for cars, and people were like in the same boat as us, I assume, and they were parking there and just camping.
Yeah.
Ugh.
We
That's
looked.
horrible.
We were searching for like 4.5 hours, 5 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
driving
literally just searching, Googling whenever we got network connection,
driving down dirt roads.
arguing. Dude,
Why
that
we
one
didn't
dirt
do
road,
this-
we just kept on
Oh,
going.
he's just kept going. We're like, maybe I think I see.
There's a
clearing,
cliff
like,
on this
maybe up
side.
there.
Dude,
There's
I
a mountain
forgot
on
about
this
that.
side.
Let's go around one more corner.
Yeah, so we're doing all right for everyone listening. I just lost it. It's so funny. So we're going. We're like, I'm not camping on that freaking circle, dude. Like that's not even a campsite. It's just literally off the side of the road. I'm not doing that. So we find this one campsite, a sign for a campsite that must have been the circle, but we follow this dirt road. We're like, there's got to be more campsites down here. Like the sign said so, right? And thinking the circle was not a campsite because it isn't. So we keep driving.
Refuse to believe it.
Keep driving. Keep driving. It's around this bend. It's got to be. Keep driving.
Almost fall off the cliff.
There's a clearing in the trees up there. That's got to be it. Nope. Keep driving.
Dude, we drove like on the side of
out
a
there,
mountain
man.
on a dirt road. We
Yeah.
drove up and up for like 4 miles.
The Jeep's
And
been
you know-
through it.
The point where we were like, let's turn around. At that point, you couldn't. There was
Well,
nowhere
yeah,
to turn
then we
around.
had to keep driving.
The road
We're like, well, it's got to.
wasn't wide enough for you to actually do a turn.
So we're like, it's got to end at some point, either a campsite or another road. Negative, Ghost Rider. It didn't.
I forget
So-
how we made it back down. I
We
just
finally- we
I
finally
just
got to a
blanked
spot
everything.
where it was slightly wider. And we were able
Yeah,
to
we
do
did
a
like an
K-turn.
80-point turn to get out of here. Oh, man, that was funny. So that's lesson number 1. We're gonna have a place to stay first night for sure. So, Jared, where are we going this time? And
we
are
are
you
going
excited?
to Acadia, Maine.
Ooh, and there's a part 2. We're gonna go. Yeah,
And then we're going to go up north?
you don't even know. You don't even remember.
No.
See, we're in the
Womp
planning
womp.
stage, everybody. Randy, where are we going?
Nova Scotia
Bang,
Hey.
bang.
in Canada.
Hey, I'm just going to be there. I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we need your help planning for the first night.
Okay. I plan the fun activities while we're there.
Facts.
Like
Facts.
the
We're very
rafting
good at
trip.
that.
Rafting was good.
Yeah, that was awesome. So yeah, going to Acadia, then going up to Nova Scotia. Who does that? I mean, Acadia is popular, right? But who goes to Nova Scotia? Nobody. And the only reason I thought of that was because guess who I called? Wandering Bus Dude.
Oh,
Who we met in Montana. And he's like, yo, thinking about staying Northeast this time. I was like, dude, I was thinking about staying Northeast this time. Where are we going? And he says, all right, hear me out. Acadia, which I was already planning. I was like, hell
And
yeah,
I was
man, I'm
as
in.
well, actually.
Yeah. And it was all on our minds all year. And then he goes, but, Chris, hear me out. Who goes to Nova Scotia? I was like, I don't know. He's like, let's do it. I was like, hell yeah, we're doing
All
it.
right.
Like it.
So he'll have the new bus. We'll all be together again. Mike and Chris will be together. And we're all going to just chill again. And it's going to be the most fun trip. I mean, the standard is set way up here, which is going to be difficult to try and match.
Yeah.
But,
We're going to try
But-
and set the bar even higher.
exactly.
We're gonna
If
send
we
it.
plan a little bit more, and now we have other friends with a shelter, they have a bus.
And people with
I mean-
experience.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And a generator. So I mean, it could be worse. But we're gonna try and bum it in the back country, camping. I don't want to stay in a bus. Like I'm going out there to camp with the boys yet again, underneath the stars,
Hell yeah,
cuddling up.
brother.
Maybe
in
see
one
if there's
sleeping
like
bag.
some Bureau of Land Management areas that we can camp at. It's free
Yeah.
camping, by the way.
Straight up. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, we couldn't even find that in Glacier.
That's true.
Remember
Yeah.
that?
Fine.
Yeah.
And then we
Well,
went to
that
the
was 'cause of
campsites of
fires.
America,
Campsites of America.
and they were sold out too. Oh
And the
my
line
god,
terrible.
we
was just
tried
ridiculous.
everything. Oh, we were so grumpy.
Yeah, we were.
That
made it
beer
work.
really helped. But yeah, so thinking about going to New England. No, we're not thinking about we're going to New England. We just got to start planning it, and it's gonna be awesome because we've all had pretty stressful years yet again, right? Like it's been easier, hasn't been nearly as stressful as 2020. However, we've talked about getting that reset and why it's important, and we're all at that point again, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's
Gotta get
just like
away.
a big thing for me is just stepping away from the busyness of day-to-day work life.
Yeah, definitely. I was thinking that too. Even for me, like I've only been at my job. Well, I say only, but it's been 6 months already at
Damn.
my new job. I know, right? But
Mm.
you know, even for me, it's like I love it. It's great, but you know, you got to get time away from it.
Yeah, you get time off, right? And I've been seeing this a lot recently on like social media and stuff going around. Is like you get paid time off. It's
Yeah,
not
do it.
meant to just sit there and not and like be wasted. Like use that. Like I mean, people don't even get a lot of it. Some people only get like a few days. Where I'm lucky enough to get 30 days
Yeah,
a
I
year.
get a ton of it too, so it's great.
Yeah, and like especially us being military, like 2.5 days per month. You know, I know someone who just came back. You know him, Chris, Matt. He gets 10 hours of PTO per month. So that's like
That's it.
that's like
Damn.
1 day of work basically.
Damn.
Yeah, so take advantage of it, man.
Absolutely, and meet up with your friend. Like this is the perfect example. Randy's still in New Jersey. Jared's here in Omaha with me. Mike's in like the Philly area, and so is Chris. And we're all gonna meet up and drive up together, or like meet up there. So just because you're geographically not in the same location, doesn't mean you can't plan stuff with friends and like go places together and meet up with like your best friends who you might be separated from. Like that's so important to keep those friendships. Like if that's like your best friend, like me and Randy have been best friends since
Yeah, like
I can remember.
yeah, little kids.
Yeah, so have those good friends. And I know there's stories of people who are like, well, I tried planning stuff and my friends just bail. Get better friends.
Yeah. Don't get people to bail.
Like, yeah, you need to have good friends, reliable friends, I should say. They could be good friends, just not reliable. But get people who will actually sit down, plan it, spend the money, book in advance, so then you don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
And it just makes it's so much fun. Like, the world is such a cool place, and there's so many opportunities. Like, don't be discouraged. Like, get out there and plan your next trip so you can look forward to it.
That's another big thing that you mentioned is paying for it early. That way, like, the last thing you want if you're on one of these trips, you want to relax. You don't want to be worrying about money and stuff like that. So, like, planning ahead, like 6 months out, that'll give you plenty of time to save up money to pay for the trip and then save up money to spend on the trip.
Yeah, perfect.
Now we're like 3 months out ish. We don't have it set.
Yeah, I
in
mean,
stone
that's
yet, but,
that's still a good amount of time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Oh man,
Yeah, me too.
I love, and like, it's gonna be summertime, so we decided on June. So summertime, in a nice colder area where it's not cold, but like it won't be scorching hot, so you can actually camp and not sweat yourself to death.
Oh my
night.
God! Remember when we hiked down the backside of that mountain?
That was horrible.
That was
when we were in
awful.
Montana, I think they had like a record-setting week of heat, and
Plus the
yeah,
fires.
backs. Yeah. Oh yeah, the fires were going on
Oh,
because
man.
of the heat. The backside of this trail, 17 miles in, the last 2 miles, it was like 95 degrees and zero shade, and we all ran out of water at that point, and I thought I was gonna die.
I erased that from my mind,
We
but
were
you just brought it
literally-
back.
We were literally running because we just
Oh.
wanted to get it done. Like, we wanted to be done.
Yeah.
We were like sporadically running like a quarter mile, half mile at a time because we were just like, we got to get done with this. It's awful.
Yeah. Remember, I was like, guys, I stopped sweating.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm starting to shiver.
yeah.
Hey,
What
guys,
the
I'm
heck?
cold
And
now.
then,
It's cool.
yeah. Randy, remember I was like, dude, I think I lost my sunglasses. I can't find them. And they're like, dude, they're on your
They're on.
face. I was like, oh my
On your
God.
face.
Oh man,
I
dude, that
remember
was
At one
that was
point,
rough.
me and Jared got so far ahead. We were
Yeah.
like, we should probably wait a minute and make sure he didn't get like eaten by a bear or something.
dude, I've never been like so close to like just giving up and just rolling over and dying. Then right there, I was like, you know what? This is my time.
I was like, bro, if we have to carry him out, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh man. So here's another lessons learned. Bring enough water. We thought we did.
Yeah.
Think about how hot it's gonna
Once
be.
you think you have enough, then bring more.
Yes, and then you'll be good. I had a whole. What do we have? Like 2 water
Oh my
bottles
God,
each, and
I
then the
think-
whole
I
bladder
think
full.
yeah, we had like
Yeah.
a solid couple gallons for each of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we downed that. I mean,
Yeah.
17 miles. That was, we were up before the sun, and when we finished, was the sun setting? If not, it was very
going
close.
down at that point. I mean, it was still pretty bright
Yeah.
out when we
Yeah,
got
but
a ride back when we hitchhiked.
oh yeah, we had to hitchhike back. That was awesome. It was such a good experience,
Yeah.
even though I was gonna die, but it's cool.
We
So-
probably smelled so bad sitting in the back
Oh,
of
I
dude,
felt so bad
horrible.
for
her
that
car.
Oh, we were probably gross.
Horrible. Yeah, but there's another one. Just plan. We were good food wise. Like, I wasn't hungry. I was just dried up.
Yeah.
I was like a sponge
There's
sitting out in the sun.
There's another lesson though.
A raisin.
That we just talked about, and I know we talked about it a little bit when we did our glacier trip, but don't be afraid to talk to people
Yeah.
that are out there. I mean, you can find out some really cool stuff. Like, we learned about a couple really cool trails and hikes that we could do while we were out there, just from like talking to people. We hitchhiked back from our one hike, which was awesome. We met a really cool girl. What was her name?
Yep. Kia.
Kia. Yeah, Kia. Yeah, like the
Yep.
car.
Who has done Acadia.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, we met Mike and Chris by just, talking to people.
And it's funny because we told them we hitchhiked, and they hitchhiked the rest of the trip. They were there
Yeah.
to like go up to the beginning of
Yeah.
the trail. They're like, well, I'm not going to worry about parking a car. I'll just hitchhike. And it worked.
Yeah, which I wish we thought of.
Yeah,
I
I know.
totally
It was
found
fire.
somebody with a pickup truck and been like, "Yo, can we just ride in the back?"
Yeah, exactly. And people do that, like at
Yeah.
national parks. Like, it is It's awesome. Everyone is like-minded there. It's just so much fun. So yeah, talk to people, meet people. Like, you make great friends. Like, we met Mike and Chris, and we're still friends. We're still planning another trip together, and we met them in the middle of the woods some random day in Montana.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat that.
No, it's awesome. So, yeah. What else? What's another thing? There's a lot of lessons.
Well, speaking of the shuttle thing, right? So we didn't know that the shuttle system changed for the season or because of COVID or something. Yeah. So they weren't doing shuttles. So that's something to know before you go.
Yeah, you had to book it like way in advance.
Yeah, and then to pay for the golden Golden Road.
Going to the Sun Road.
Going to the Sun Road.
Jeez, bro.
The yellow brick road. So look that stuff up. Maybe go to like a Facebook page or Instagram page because their websites might not always be updated.
Yeah,
so
we
that's
waited
something good
way
to do.
too long to figure
or call the
that
visitor
stuff out.
center.
Yeah, plan in advance. Call people. Don't be afraid to call the parks or wherever you're camping at. Definitely do your research. Yeah, don't rely on just like one website. Do like Facebook groups. Like, that's a really good idea. We're gonna do that this time for sure.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Plus, you get a little insider information, right? Like maybe a group of like 5,000 people. Where it's kind of, hey, don't tell like the rest of the world, but check this trail out and go enjoy it. That's what it's all about, man. Oh, it's awesome. I'm looking forward to this trip so much. I really am.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's gonna be sweet.
It's gonna be awesome.
Have you been to Maine, Randy?
No. I haven't really been up north too much at all, actually. I mean, above.
We're gonna get some
upstate
lobster.
New York, so.
Damn, even Jared and I have been to Maine.
I know.
Maine's really cool. Yeah, I wish we could have stayed there longer.
Yeah, we went there for like a night.
But I'm gonna be going to Vermont soon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'll see you up there.
Yeah. Well, I will see you up there because I think we're gonna go together, right?
Oh yeah, I'm coming home in April. April 23rd, I'll be home. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep. Yeah, see, I don't like sitting still. I am also going home next month and traveling to New England next month. And then I come back for 2 months, and then I'll be back in New England camping with the boys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Save the money, you get time off, use that stuff. You don't necessarily have to wait for 1 week at a time. Go home for for us military people, go home for like 4 days. Everyone gets tired of home. You see your family, it's nice catching up, and then like 2 hours later for me, it's like, okay, I don't want to be here anymore. But go home, go new places with friends. Like, it doesn't have to be a week long. Do a 3-day weekend somewhere. Do a little trip. Use that time off. That's so important. And be smart with your money so you're able to do that stuff. Such a good little reset. And then you save the big trips for like your best friends, and like you plan it. Like, I ended up doing 2 snowboarding trips this year, which hurt my bank account a lot, but I'm recovering. I got that deployment money, so I'm good, and I'm ready to plan this next trip. So I'll have had 3 pretty big vacations this year alone, plus like so many other little ones. Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, that's something that I think I would like to try and do more, is like the little vacations.
Yeah,
I haven't really ever done that too much. Like, I've done like the big vacations, like plan, go to Colorado for a week when I did that trip a couple years ago, and then like the Montana trip last year and all that.
And you've done a cruise and stuff.
And I did a cruise, yep. But like I never feel like I've done like the little 3-4 day weekend, like go somewhere kind of thing. And I think I'm gonna try and do more of that. Now.
It's nice, man. So you're in the best location. You can go out to Boston for like a weekend.
Yeah, and especially with my new job too. It's a lot easier because a lot of weekends I have 3-day weekends to begin with. So it's like if I take
money,
I take 1 day off, I already have a 4-day weekend. I only had to miss 1 day at work.
There you go,
dude. That's clutch. Yeah. Start doing that, man. The only problem with you is you got to have friends to do it with, and that's the issue with you.
I got friends I can do it with. Or do it by myself. Good. Like some trips you can definitely do on your own.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I've done a couple trips by myself. It's not bad. Yeah, I went to Chicago by myself.
Did you really?
There was like a fitness expo there, and I just drove up, and I stayed there 3 days and actually made some friends. Yeah, and just like traveled around Chicago by myself. Saw the Bean. Went to the Sky Deck.
Bean.
Millennium Park.
You did that Sky Deck thing, the Willis Tower, by yourself?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, I did it.
Did you go?
I've done it a couple times now, but yeah, did it by myself, and then saw some like art galleries. Yeah, had some deep dish
You would
pizza.
do that. Like that's your personality.
Yeah, that's a
Did you
Jared
say-
Rumsey hiatus.
Yeah.
He probably wouldn't tell anybody he was going and then not answer his phone the whole time. And everybody's like, oh my God, Jared might be dead.
Facts.
Where is he? And then he'd get back with, oh, I was in Chicago for the weekend. I went to the Fitness Expo. And
With who? Just
by
myself. What the? That is absolutely you, bro. That's so funny. Oh man, maybe that's something I gotta do. Just go, not be afraid to go alone. You know, whenever I travel, I go to see people.
well, you said you
because
want to do Europe.
I'm gonna do that.
I say,
yeah.
if you're going to do that, you ought to, like, you know, stick your toe in the waters a little bit, do some trips here by yourself first.
Yeah, Europe's just different with all the hostels and stuff.
Well,
like
yeah,
it's
true.
it's cool. It's better over there. It's a little safer.
Yeah.
Than the States, which is kind of sad. But yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I should try and. Camping's one of those things I don't want to do alone because you
Nah,
get
it's
hurt
tough to do
in
alone,
camping.
yeah.
Yeah. And then, God forbid, there's a bear, and then it's like that video of the one guy hiking, and there's a cougar chasing after
Yeah.
him, like, slowly.
Oh,
It's like,
snap.
nah,
The
man.
Revenant.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I don't want to do that. Yeah, a city. But I just got friends everywhere, man, so I just go. And people always want me to come see them. Like, here's another thing. You got to pick where you want to go sometimes. Like, I'm lucky enough to have friends all over the world, and everyone's like, oh, come see me, come see me, come see me. And I was like, yeah, I want to, don't get me wrong, but I also want to live my own life and, like, go do what I love, you know? And for me, that's camping outdoors in, like, cold weather. So my buddy Brandon, who I just went snowboarding with he lives in Florida.
New Brandon.
And he wants me to come visit him. I was like, yeah, man, I want to, but I want to go camping better or more, right? So,
Yeah.
And,
It's
you know,
like-
Florida, it's like hot as balls.
Yeah.
Chris hates that.
yeah, exactly. So, yes, I miss my friend. There's nothing against him. And then I got my buddy, my old roommate lives in England. He's like, when you coming out, man? And I was like, shit, I do love England, but that's expensive trip, and you got to take a lot of time off for that. I could just go camping in Maine, and that's what I usually end up doing, is I just go camping. But yeah, plan your trips, you know, work it out, maybe invite those people, say, hey, like, I'm not going to be able to make it to you, like, I kind of really want to do this. If you want to join, by all means, let's go to somewhere together.
Yeah.
And that's
Plan-
what us three do.
But don't plan too much. Because I think
Yeah.
that was one of the really cool parts about our trip was that,
Mhm.
like, you know, we didn't really plan. And we kind of just
Yes.
played stuff by ear. There was no schedule. There was no, you know, all right, we have to be here at this time and be there at that time. And I think that takes a lot away from a trip, no matter what you're doing, like whether you're going on a cruise or like whatever. I think when you have like these planned itineraries, it takes away a lot of, you know, the spontaneousness and like the things that you could do in the moment. Like, you know, I would never have guessed we would went whitewater rafting
Yeah.
when we went out there. But, you know, then there we were. It's like we got there. What were we going to do? Hey, there's this whitewater rafting thing. Let's go do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, we might have missed out on that if we had some like everyday like planned itinerary where we were trying to do, you know, a million different things. So that's what I would say a big takeaway was, you know, don't over plan. Like definitely plan a little bit. Plan more than we did because we ran into some issues because of it.
Plan
But-
the things that could be stressors, like
Yeah.
where you're gonna stay and transportation.
Yeah.
Like those are
Yep.
two big ones I can think of.
Yeah, Randy's that's a fantastic point because you don't want to be stressed out. You're on vacation. Like if you want to sleep in one day, sleep in. Who cares?
Yeah, we did that the
I mean,
last
it's-
day.
Yeah,
And
it's
we
your
ended up-
vacation.
We ended up having a blast. Like,
Yeah,
you know, we skipped
like
a
we
hike
were like,
that
you
we
know
wanted
what?
to do, but we were like, you know what, hey, we'll find something else. And we ended up hanging out with the boys, going bridge jumping. Like we drove up to
Yeah.
Yeah,
what the hell was the little town up there?
Oh, up
What little
north.
town?
Yeah, I got a shot
Oh,
glass.
the pole bridge thing.
Yeah, Pole Bridge. That's it. We drove up to
Yeah,
Pole
yeah.
Bridge. We got
Yeah.
Huckleberry Bear Claws
Yeah.
Ooh.
with Taylor.
Yeah. Yeah,
who
man.
we also met on the trip
Yep.
from Virginia. He was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, like, so we got to hang out with the boys all day, and it ended up being like a really fun day, and it was like completely spontaneous and unplanned. So
Yeah, it's the best. And that whole trip was that was the epitome of that trip, was just unplanned and
Yeah.
spontaneity, right? That's a good point. When you're going camping, super important to not try and plan everything out. because you could have planned all these hikes, right? And then you get there and the weather's shit. Like, what are you going to do? You can't, don't ruin that, you know? Like, just get there. And when you get there, you know, have, like, this is where the little bit of planning comes into play, right? Like, have the hikes that you want to do in the back of your head. Like, I wrote them down my whiteboard. I was like, these are the hikes I want to do. When we do them or how we do them, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So they have a backbone, right? And then for us, like, one day there was a few short hikes I wanted to do. We drove up to I think it was Many Glacier on the far side
like
of
west
the
side
park.
of the park.
Yeah, and it was closed. Like, there was too many people there, so they shut down the park.
Yeah,
We got there too late.
That sucked, but
Yeah.
That did suck because we wasted like a half a day
But
just sitting in traffic.
then we came back
But-
and we
Yeah,
got a
and,
really
and we
cool
knocked out
hike.
those short hikes. Yeah. So it's just taking advantage of, like, what life throws at you, you know? Like, don't plan stuff. You're just going to get stressed out. And we were stressed because we didn't get to do the hike that we wanted to do, but we made the best of it. Then I met Jay from Chicago. Who let me use a
Jay.
tripod, and I got some really cool waterfall shots. So
Boom.
everything happens for a reason, and it's just a ton of fun. Like, plan the backbones to your trips. Use our lessons learned.
Ha!
Yeah.
Did the thing.
And that's all I've got. That's all. You guys got anything else? I think.
It's good.
Yeah. Looking forward
Yeah.
to this trip. It's
Hell
gonna
yeah.
be
I am too.
awesome. We'll start planning places to stay. Maybe a little bit of a backbone of our itinerary, and yeah, it's gonna be great. So, in 3 months, you guys will see some pictures from Acadia.
Yeah, we'll
and-
go
Oh,
MIA
I'm
again,
excited.
and then we'll be back.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, exactly. Sick. So with that, I don't know if they have travel books at all, but they might. And you might want to just listen to it. Say you're going on a hike and you want to listen to some tips to travel. Where can you get that, Randy?
Audible for
Ooh.
free for 30 days if
Oof.
and only if you go down in the description. I'm pointing down. The boys are pointing down. And click the link below. Free Audible for 30 days. And you can find
30.
all kinds of stuff on there, I'm sure.
Think of how many books you could listen in 30 days.
Yeah, and then if you go off the
Books.
grid, you can download them and listen to them later.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, good point.
Nice.
Good point.
Salad.
Click the link. Help us out. You boys. It's an affiliate link. Thanks. Appreciate you.
All right.
All
This
right, Jared,
has
let's see if
been
you can nail it this time.
Yeah, come on, Jared.
This
You
has
got it.
been Lessons Learned. Thank you all for tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know where you plan to go, where you're planning for your next big trip, and let us know any lessons learned you have from your travels.
That's big. Yeah, we do want to know those because
Yes.
we could still use the advice.
Yeah, and if you liked this, if you plan to travel with some friends or want to plant the seed rather, then send this to them and share it. Yeah, and let them know. All right, that's been Lessons Learned. Until next time. See ya.